All right, welcome back. So let's automate this EQ. We're going to open up the EQ. Let me make my EQ a little bit larger. Okay, good. So here's our EQ. We're starting with the low pass filter at 200 hertz, right? Right. Now we're going to turn the automation back on. You know how to do it? It's the shortcut letter A. So see where it says volume? What this represents is this right here, this line right here. We're looking for the high pass filter. So we're going to click on this and we're going to go up to channel EQ. And we're looking for the high pass filter. Now I'm gonna share something here with you that's gonna be super helpful. All right, you see that it doesn't say high pass filter. See that? Sometimes this can be confusing, whatever, that sort of thing, right? So I'm gonna make this make sense in two ways. Let's open up the EQ again. Right, here's our EQ. We're going to go back here to this track. This is the track that we're automating, right? The guitar sample. And actually, let's name this EQ'd. There you go, EQD. Something I like to do to stay focused and all that and organized. Now, you see where it says read? See where it says read? We're going to click on that. And we're going to go down to where it says write. And it's going to give you this warning, hit OK. Okay, now we're going to pull the EQ back up. Now what we're going to do is, and I'm going to do it first, and then you're going to stop and you're going to do it yourself, okay? So let's see here. Okay, so remember that with a parametric EQ, these dots represent your target frequency. Meaning these are the frequencies you want to target, you want to work on. Okay, in this case, we're using the low pass filter, so that would be our target frequency, right? And if we move it like that, we can sweep it left and right. So we're going to go back to 200. You can do it this way, or you can go here, click on 200, and you can move it forward that way. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually click right here and move it this way. But check this out, watch. Right? Yeah. Now watch what happens when I hit play again. This is going to automate, or it's going to automatically do what I just did. It recorded my movement. Watch. Go practice that and then come back. All right, welcome back. So let's close the parametric EQ for a second. Now, when you look at Logic, you see you have all of these lines. See this? You have all of these lines right here. Now, if you are wanting to draw in your actions in the EQ, you can do it this way. Or we're gonna undo this. We're gonna hit. Now notice when we go right here, click on that. And now that says high cut. Do you see that? High cut frequency, which I already knew that. Let's get this one right here because we're cutting out the highs, right? So I'm going to hit Command Z. And I just undid everything we just did. So now if I go to high cut and I click on that, and then see how there's a blue line here. Remember, the yellow line is volume. See this blue line? If I click on this blue line, now it's showing me the high cut. Now, let's say that you see how we had all those dots going all the way up. Let's say you wanted a perfect fade up. You could click here, right? We're going to create a point there, point here, and we're going to bring this up. See how right now it's at, that looks like, yeah, so that's at 2000 hertz. We want to bring that up. I mean, what was that? No, that was the starting point, whatever the starting, 1700 hertz, right? So we're going to drag this up to, say, 2000 hertz. And then we're going to take this and we're actually going to start at like 950 hertz here, right? So low to high. Let's bring the EQ back up. Now I'm going to hit play, and instead of it playing the way I drew it, it's going to give you a perfect fade up. So then listen to this, and I'm going to unmute this guitar. I'm going to unmute it, right? And I know I'm moving a little fast now, but I'm doing that on purpose. So here we go. Let's hit play. So that we just added to the intro. Let's go. All right, but I want to take this point right here, right? And I think I'm gonna make this. I want to bring this down to 200 actually, 200, and then I want to go back to the volume. So I'm gonna click here, go back to volume, and see how I already have this point here. I'm gonna make this. I'm gonna bring this up to. Let's say plus, or let's just take it up to plus 3.2 or 3.1. There we go. See how now we have this right here, this like really harsh up and down line. We're gonna double click on this one, and that should get rid of it. Okay. So now let's listen. That's going to be too loud, I think. So let's bring this back down. Oh, my bad. Let me show you how to do that. So also, if you wanted to grab the whole section, you could just grab the line in the middle and bring it down. So let's bring it back. Let's bring it to minus 6.7. Okay. Now let's take this. My bad. Let's take this line right here and let's just bring that down to like minus 13. Now look at this intro we got. By the way, I'm going to turn off automation by pressing A. So anyway, yeah, that was a lot of information. Go practice this. We only got a couple more videos left. But this automation thing is very cool. Some of you are already like, yes, I've been wondering how they do that. Okay, so make sure your intro is nice and crispy, clean like that. Make sure it's got that little underwater effect. Some people call it the Drake effect or whatever, but because Drake used that. His producer used that in a bunch of songs, but you have heard that in a song before, right? So, go practice that, and pause the video and then come back. All right, welcome back. So at the end here, on this verse, at the end of the first chorus or the opening chorus, on this verse, we're gonna go back to this guitar, and we want to add a little bit of texture here, but we don't want it to. This is gonna be our main verse guitar, right? So what we're going to do here is, see how these two pieces are cut? We're going to take this one, we're going to delete it, and we're just going to grab this and bring it back that way. Boom. See that? Yeah. And then we're going to turn automation back on. Cool. And once we do that, we want this to sound a little more underwater. Okay, we want to give this a little bit of an underwater-ish kind of feel. So what we're going to do is go back here where it says volume, and we're going to go to the high cut. If you guessed that, you guessed correct. All right, and what we're going to do here is we're going to take this, and I think we're going to keep it at 1700 right there. So let's listen. See how our main sample is still in there, but it's kind of like muffled a little bit? That's what you want. So I'm going to go here, And I'm going to create another automation point, start point. And I'm going to make sure that there's 2 here. Yep. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this from the middle, this line, and I'm going to bring it down to, say, 1,000. Okay. Then I'm going to go back here, click on that, bring that to volume. And then I'm going to create a point here and one here. And then I'm going to bring this down to like -10 or -11. Go do all that. Come back, guys. Have fun.